Good evening, everybody. Wow, isn't this exciting? I love this new group that we've all put together. It's been an absolutely amazing tool for you guys to be able to jump in and get some training from a lot of us that have been doing this for a long time. And you'll have all heard Marilyn, and you've seen Kerry, and you've seen Joe so far. There's so much more coming up. It's so exciting. And now you're going to hear from me, yours truly. So, good evening. My name is Sharon Howat, and I am a Golden Orchid with FM World UK. And I started my journey with FM a long time ago. Good evening, Kerry. Good evening, Lindsay. I first signed up back in 2010. That's when I started my FM journey, but I done absolutely naff all with it. So I didn't do anything. Right, let's have a little quick look. I'll let some people get in. God, this is brilliant, isn't it? I hope you're all having a brilliant evening. I've not had a drink since not Christmas Eve, that's a lie. New Year's Eve. I'm usually on the gin by now, but I've been really good, and nothing's passed my lips but soft drinks and Coca-Cola all month, and I'm absolutely feeling brilliant on it. So anybody else, I know Sarah's doing it as well, so I hope you're still doing well. We've both of us have nearly cracked though this last week. We've both of us hit the bottle, but we resisted. Good evening, Laura. Good evening, Natalie. Thank you all for jumping on. Right, let's get cracking. So I'm going to just share something about my journey, and I'll try not to. I've got a habit. I don't totally swear my head off, but I do let them slip out occasionally. So I'll apologise now if I do, but that's just who I am. I get excited. I get passionate about the company. Right. So, as I said, I first started way back in 2010. And Kerry, you won't have been too far after me, because I think we've both been, we both share a very similar journey. So I needed some extra cash for getting married. Like a lot of you in here, I did not start to build a business. I didn't even know I was in network marketing. I kid you not. I just knew that I didn't want to sell anything out of a book. I didn't want to do door-to-doors. That was not me. I just needed to flog some perfume to the women at work, and I worked in the council in HR. And I knew that I could, that's when I started team building, was the January 2012. So I knew that I could sell the product, because who doesn't love perfume? Plus it's like £4 cash in hand. You could just sell 10 bottles and you've got 40 quid. Is that still the case? I don't know. Anyway, I just know you can make money selling perfume. So that's what I done. I just made money. And I had done it for about 3 months because, as I say, we were getting married in Mexico, and I wanted to have the nice wedding do here. So that's what I'm like. I like the good things, and I want everything. I want to be all the fancy things. And Clint's like, no, we can't afford it. And I'm like, well, I want it. So I had to earn it, didn't I? So I'd done my FM, and we done it. We got the extras for a nice little wedding do at home. And then I stopped. That was it. I didn't do anything with it. I think I'd done FM for 2 months or something. And that was it. Put it away. Didn't even look at it for a year. And that was it. I was like, needed to restart because we got married, come back, and my job, because I'd lost my job by the time I come back. And I didn't want to go back, so I quit it. I didn't want to go back. It was a shit job. So I told you it'd slip. Anyway, that was that. Didn't have a job. And I thought, you know what, I've got the opportunity to totally change career. So I went to I worked with the travelling community, and I was like a support worker. That was an eye-opener. It was a real eye-opener. I once had somebody ask me she was an Irish traveller, I need a dog groomer. Can you get me a dog groomer? So I had to go and find a blooming mobile dog groomer to go to this caravan. Anyway, I could tell you loads of stories, but I've done it. I think I lasted that about 3 months. I hated that job too. I'm just not a fit for purpose for working in jobs. I just open my mouth. I'm very much, if I see, something not right, and I've worked in the council, so there's been a lot of things that aren't right, and, sign off forms. So I'm not signing my name on that. So I don't really do well in jobs. So anyway, right, that was that. Quit my job, hated my job, started a new job. and I needed the cash, so I done FM again, and this was when I really started the business, and that was October 2011, and I just done party plan, huge party plan, because as I said, didn't have the money, I wasn't working. Sophie, I don't know how old she was maybe then, I don't know, maybe about 13 or something. Yeah, she's 23 next month, so that'll be about right, she'll be about 13 or so. Anyway, I should have really started a bit further back as to why I am the way I am, you know, not totally mentally crazy, but way back in 2005, I had a totally bad mental breakdown, and I had to flee the house and all this sort of stuff, and I just relocated, set up me and the kids on our own, and we had a brand new life. So that's why what drives me is that I never ever want to be in that situation again of never having money, never having a roof over my head, never having, you know, just having nothing. So that's what really does drive me. So that helps to understand why I am the way I am and so driven and focused, because I'll never go back to having nothing, and I'll never ask a man for money. And I am a huge believer in women should have their own independent money. They should be able to squirrel money away, have little stash cashes, because you never know when you need money. And I don't mean that you're all going to go and flee and all this sort of stuff, but you should always have your own little bit of cash. And to do with whatever the hell you want to do with it. Go and get your hair done, go and buy some flowers, go and buy some new shoes. Don't have to ask anybody what you do with your money. That's what drives me. So let's fast forward it to January 2012. I got Sophie winter coats, because I never would ask Clint for money, and I got paid for Christmas, I got the winter coats, blah 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 blah, and it was brilliant. FM seriously saved my backside that winter, because we didn't have any money, and it was only Clint's wage, and I couldn't ask him to support my kids and this that and the other, so we couldn't afford it anyway, because I had the two and one was in sixth form, and it was a lot of money. It's not easy. And I went to a training. In the January, I started team building. I've actually put my little thingy up on here, because I screenshotted everything from my whole journey. The minute I started FM, I screenshotted everything, and I shared it on my story on Instagram. I'll quickly, I don't know if you can see that. That's my tree from when I first started. And this is in January, no, this was that November, I was 3%. I was 3%, just like anybody else. I started FM with no experience. I didn't have teams with me. I didn't hit levels quick. Well, I did, but I worked hard to do it, because I was that driven to leave the job that I did have, because I hated it. Isn't that? That's a coincidence. I hated my job. I thought, you know what? I'm not having a 21-year-old tell me what to do in a career that I've been doing forever. No way. So that was that. And I made sure my goal that year was to work hard with FM, build my business up, and give that girl the two fingers, and the whole job the two fingers. And that was for the NHS in recruitment. Didn't like that one. Council was so much better then. So anyway, January, I was doing parties. Remember, I was doing party plan and everything, and it was 9% personal. I was doing 9% personal sales, October, November, December. Started team building in the January, and obviously I done 9%. So then in the March, I went in February to a training that Justina Hamilton had organised in Leyland. There was David and Marilyn Beavis there, Elaine and Derek Bennett were there, Roy was there. Who else was there? Stephen Bourne was there. These are all the oldies. These are all, and I don't mean all, I don't mean that literally oldies. These are, you know, you've got to remember, when I first hit Pearl, I was one of six in the year. In 2012, there was 6 Pearl Orchids, and I was one of them. Not 218 in a month. It was so hard back then to hit your levels, because there was no NutriCode, there was no 500 points, you know, UTX, there was no 250 points of product. It was 38 points for a bottle of perfume. You had to work hard. So if you tell me you can't hit levels, you ain't getting past my, you know, what's the word? I don't give a monkeys really, because I've had to work my backside off for it. It's the way it is. In a nice way of saying it. I had to work hard for my levels, and everybody else back then did too. I'm not saying that you don't work hard now, but we didn't have all these big points that's around now. So I went to this big training, saw everybody, and I was like, oh my God, there's Roy Strong. Oh my God, there's, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I was in awe. I went on my own. I didn't know anybody. You know, Facebook had just sort of literally took off with FM. When I first started, there wasn't even a Facebook group for FM. There was nothing. And I went on the train on my own because I knew I had to go. I had to go to this event. I had to go and see people speak about something that I was passionate about. I'd got the bug, and I thought I need this business to take me all the way, so I will do what the hell it takes for that to happen. If I've got to go on the train on my own, I'll go on the train on my own. If I've got to stop overnight on my own, I'd stop on my, you know, I'd do that because it was going to benefit me. So I did. I went to Leyland. And I thought, oh my God, listen to them stories about the cars and the holidays. And I thought, well, I'll never get that. Like anybody else, we join, I'm presuming 90% of us join to make some cash, not to make it to the holidays and the fancy cars and all that. Because to be fair, we ain't ever going to get them, are we? We ain't going to get those. That's for other people. Other people get the cars and the holidays, not normal people, you know, not this mum of two and blah, blah, blah. We don't get them. And I thought, you know what? I really want to try my best to get them though. I'm going to really try hard. But that wasn't even on my agenda. I just needed to quit my job. So I came back from Leyland in the February, and then from the 9% in January, I was 15% in the March. So I jumped 2 levels. And how? Because I worked my backside off. Recruit, put them into my training. Recruit, put them into my training. And, you know, really start to build a team. And they started to do the same. And I was fortunate. I had Tracy McCann. She's just rejoined over in Australia. Because she went to live in Australia. She was my first Pearl Orchid way back in, did she do it in 2013? I think she did it in 2000, I can't remember. Anyway, and then she went and left to Australia, and that was that. So, yeah, let's go back to, I'd done the 15% in the March, and in the May, I was 21%. So, what's that? Thick at maths. 5 months, I'd went from literally 9% personal to 21% with a team in 5 months. No NutriCode, no a reel. There wasn't even a reel then. There was some, if I could show you my office now, it's an absolute pit. But there's products here we didn't have, like the reeds, we didn't have body sprays, we didn't have Utique range, wasn't even around then. And I'd done 21% in 5 months by working hard. Then in the September, I hit Pearl, and December, I was Amaranth. So within 12 months of starting to build a team, I'd worked hard, recruited solid buy and sell sites back then. I don't touch them now because I'm more about traction marketing and networking and Instagram and blah, 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 all that sort. So if you all know what I'm like, YouTube, and that's a huge part of how I build my business. So another little thing I wrote down, I should have shown my diaries. Still got diaries from when I first started. And December 2012, I had 1,335 people in my team. I was 6 lines deep. I had 101. This is what we were talking about, Kerry. I've still got I was actually in the marketing plan in 2013. It was funny as hell. But yeah, that was my claim to fame. But I had 101 people frontline December 2012. So wrong. You don't ever build your teams to 101 frontline. Gee whiz. But my 10 legs came out of that. I've got my diamonds, you know. I actually do have 13 frontline now. It's all dropped back, but I do have my structure for diamond there, which I am gonna get this year. I'm gonna get that this year. I'm working so hard to get that this year. So and back then, I think it was like £2,000 I earned that month in Amaranth, and the prize for in Amaranth that month was it the laptop or a coffee maker? I think it could have been a coffee maker. Coffee maker vouchers. There was no incentives like what you guys have got now. Seriously, there was absolutely naff all. So you guys have got it so good, which brings me on to, you know, I was Amaranth for another 6 years. If you've seen what I've posted in Road to Success today, it's about the bamboo farmer, you know, and I've actually printed the whole story off, but I don't think I'll read it because, not that it's War and Peace, but it's basically about a farmer in his farming community, and bamboo takes years. You've got to nourish it, you've got to water it, and it can take 8 years. And that's what, it took me 7 years. Actually, I thought it was 8, but it was actually 7, so it wasn't that bad, to get to gold after doing amaranth. But a lot of stuff happened in between then. 3 years, probably year 3, I actually thought, you know what, I've had enough of this, because I was doing so much work. I basically burnt out after 3 years because I was doing so much training. I had leaders not leading their teams, and everybody was coming to me. And this still happens in lots of teams, but now I back off a lot more because I took about 18 months out, and I went to be a TUI girl. I worked at TUI Uptown, you know, and I hated every minute of it. I hated being a travel agent. It was horrible. But it made me appreciate working from home. It made me appreciate FM. It made me appreciate everything I had. And this time round, it was going to be different. I was not going to do everything. I was not going to spoon feed everybody. I wasn't going to do training for everybody. I had to be more of, I needed more time for me. So that's how I am now. Even though I do everything. You should have seen me back then. Seriously, I was like a lunatic. So I've even got some little slides on here. So let me tell you, goals. Goals are so important when you start your FM business, even if you've been in it forever. Like Linda Nakubi, who's on here today. Linda is amazing. I first met Linda in Wrocław, in Poland, at the FM picnic. Oh, everybody on here, who used to go to the FM picnics? Oh, they were the best ever. I didn't go to any of the GNFs because it just did not entertain me. I didn't want to go and travel and go and sit in conference rooms. I wanted to travel and meet other people in FM having a good time and a party. And it was just a totally different environment then. So I didn't go to any of the GNFs. I got asked to speak at the first one, and that was actually the year that I took a step back. So I didn't even get to do that. But honestly, Poland is amazing. If you can ever go there just for like 5 nights a week with your team, that's what, you know, once this COVID's gone, you know, I think that's a lot of our plans, is to just take off and go and see the factory and just have an amazing time in Wrocław. It's a beautiful place. That's where I first met Linda. And Linda's been doing this a long time as well. So she's got a few stories to share. And we've shared a lot of holidays together. And my first year, my goal was to quit the job, which I did do when I got to Amaranth. I wanted to be a solid pearl leg before I quit my job, which I did do. I wanted to get some new glasses, because how much are a pair of glasses? 200 odd quid for a pair of glasses, right? If that. I think that was I didn't even want to pay that for it. I still wouldn't pay that for a pair of glasses. I think when you've never had anything and you get it, you like Kerry, you know, we are, and Joe, everybody else, you know, Charlotte, everybody, all the leaders, we are all down to earth women, and our feet are still firmly on the ground. And I think that's what makes us all brilliant team leaders, isn't it? So I wanted the glasses. I got my glasses. Oh, and my teeth, Phoebe, they aren't Turkish teeth. They're not Turkish teeth. They're NHS teeth. But seriously, 380 quid I think they cost me, because I used to have fangs. I had 2 fangs. And when I got married, my crown fell out. So I needed them replaced. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to work harder with my FM. I'm going to put some cash away and get new crowns. And I did. I got 4 new teeth. I got glasses. I qualified for the Peugeot in my first year. Back then, you had to have a Peugeot, and that was it. Or a Mercedes. You couldn't have a choice of car. You couldn't have these fancy Land Rovers like what you ladies have got. You had to have a Mercedes or the Peugeot 107 it was, or something. Qualified for those. Qualified for the holiday to Turkey. I didn't go because I was up that new into FM. I just didn't feel comfortable going straight away. I went to Poland for the first time, and I qualified for the Mercedes, the A class, and then the following year I qualified for the C class. Last year I qualified for the E class. Is it? Have I qualified for that? I think the E class. Crazy what you can get with this. I've been Dubai, Italy, Singapore, Maldives. We would have been to Maldives again this year, and then qualifying for Australia. And like I said when I first started, normal people don't get to qualify for these things. But I looked in the marketing plan, one level at a time. 3%, 6%, 9%, 12%, 15%. I jumped to that, so that was pretty lucky. 18 was my nemesis, I think. Was it 18 or 15? I think 15 was my nemesis. And I held that for 2 months, and that was a killer. That's how I'm driven. I'm so driven to hitting levels and doing what it takes to get to the next one and the next one and the next one. And I know a lot of people maybe stick at, it could be for 12 months, they're stuck at 15%. But, no, I couldn't do that. 2 months was a killer. So I just recruited more and I recruited more. And I'd done other things, offline events and recruiting wherever I could, Gumtree, wherever I would just advertise. So that's what I've done there. Let's see what else I've been and done. Travel, love team training. And I just done a post on Instagram tonight about how much I think we all have missed that with COVID, not being able to go out and see our teams, even if it's at Costa. Because I'm so close to Scotland, I've got like a team just over the border and we would meet up at Gretna for coffee and things like that. So I really do miss that. And just travelling, Christ, I've been everywhere, flew over to Ireland, Doncaster, Selkirk, where else have we done them? London, Birmingham, trainings all over the UK, and I really do miss them. So I can't wait till we get all those back and we can just all have a good powwow and let's put some, amazing plans together to hit those levels. So that's a little bit about my story, and I just wanted you to know that whatever happens, it's your story and it's your journey. Never compare it to other people. We see people coming in and it's really disheartening. It's disheartening. It hit me. It's like, Christ, I've been working my ass off for 6 years and I've still not hit that. And then people come in 6 weeks and they get gold naked. And it's like, for God's sake, what am I doing wrong? And it's nothing. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's not me. It's not me at all. It's just the way it is. It's seriously just the way it is. And I know we all have gone through this at some point, even if it's just like hitting, holding 9%. Why have they come in and they've gone to 12%? What am I doing wrong? And it's not. It's because they maybe know more people. They've maybe been in another networking company and brought teams with them. You've got to remember there's always a story behind everybody's success. Mine is just a long-ass story. Seriously, it's just so long. But I've still made it. And this year I will be diamond. And if I'm not, then I'm going to bury my head in the sand. I'll do it next year. It's no biggie. At the end of the day, I work from home. I have a brilliant income. I've got a huge circle of amazing friends on Facebook in lots of teams. I don't want for anything now. And that's huge, But then, I'll still never get, I've still got I've still not got Turkish teeth. I haven't got my boobs done yet. That'll come. That might come. I might get a 2-for-1 if I go somewhere, a flash. But I'm just normal. And I just I'm so passionate about sharing how normal people can still make it. It doesn't matter when you do it. If it's 2 years, 6 years, 10 years, it doesn't matter. As long as you're having fun and enjoying your business, enjoying what you're doing, that's the main thing. If you've got an amazing team, we've all got amazing teams behind us. But it really will come. Just never put yourself down that you're not as far ahead as what you wish you were as ahead. It'll come. You've maybe got 3 kids, you maybe got 5 kids, and you're working, you may be working full time. We've all got a story. And this is what you all need to remember, that everybody's journeys are so different. And this is what, when you get asked to speak at conference, many of us have been, I've spoke at conference before, and when you get to share your journey, it's going to inspire others, and you want to be proud of that. Even if it's took you 6 years to get to, to gold and to diamond, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because that's the power of this industry, is we've got that to share with people. So goal setting, that's what got me to where I am. And what's pushing me this year, last year, I'm back. I created a lot last year. I got diamond. That's because it's so official that I got diamond. Oh my God. I got diamond in October 2021. That's a deja vu, isn't it? I'm going to say that next year. I got golden in I think I got it in 2019. I've just totally lost the years. It wasn't last year because I've already been it this year. Last year. It's the year before. Anyway, I made my vision board and I had diamond on it. I didn't get it, but it doesn't matter. I'll get it next year. This year. Oh, God's sake, I don't even know what year it is. I think we're all the same, aren't we? I will get that this year. But, you know, I made so much of this last year. I got my ensuite. I got my new bed. I got so much on here. That's me. Wonder Woman. Superwoman. That's me. I do 50 billion things at once. And anybody can be Superwoman. Anybody can do it. But you've got to have goals. You've got to have a vision. You've got to know where you are going and what you want. What I want this year is 3 things. I want diamond orchid level. That's why I haven't done a vision board this year. I need to pay off a surprise holiday. So I've got that to do. And what was my 3rd thing? A new bathroom. Well, I'm not that fussed about it. I can live with that because we've got a little kitten and he's like in the old naff 1980s BD that we've still got in there. So anyway, I've only got really 2 huge things that I need to achieve this year. That's my focus. 100% that is my focus this year. What's your focus? What is your focus? If you've not got a focus, you are not going to increase levels. Your team's not going to increase levels because you duplicate. If you walk about in your team, you're walking about in your team. If you're posting your team, oh, I've had a shit day too. I've had no sales either. Guess what? Your team's going to do exactly the same thing. When you are team building and, you know, wanting to get higher, you lead by example. You walk the walk. You don't give it all the talk. You lead by example. So you have to have a goal and your team has to have a goal. And I like when somebody joins my team, you know, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to get? How much money? And Kerry covered this brilliantly on Wednesday night. And this is what's really going to set your team apart from others that just recruit. Like what we used to do, 101 wide, recruit. But there's a big difference because you get recruiters, you know, recruit and dump. I always said a team member's for life, not just for Christmas. And that's what a lot of people still do, just recruit and just dump. You know, we in here don't. That's why we've all come together. We're here to help everybody. So you have to have that goal. So I want you all to comment I want 2 goals. I want 1 instant goal now, a small one. It could be to increase a level. It could be to get to 6% by April. It could be to get to 12% by April. But what will that enable you to do too? So you want 1 small goal and 1 big goal. Where will you be with your business by next Christmas? I will be diamond. I will be diamond. And you have to lie in bed. So now I told everybody I wouldn't go down my woo way because I'm manifesting this year. I'm manifesting all these. I've got my crystals and north. I'm actually sitting north now, which is really good. So lie in bed. And if you want to have the holiday, you've got to lie in bed and you picture that holiday. You look now, go onto TUI website, go on, you can book it by all means. I did. But, you know, go on it. Find where you want to go. If it's your first holiday, I don't know, let's go to Mallorca. You can't go wrong with a family in Mallorca, can you? Let's go to Alcudia if you've got little kids. The beach is lovely. So we're going to book a holiday for 4 to Alcudia in August for 10 nights. Let's go for 10 nights if it's your first one, because 2 weeks might be a bit long. A week's not quite long enough. 10 nights, perfect. Price it up. Then start to look at trips. And then you lie in your bed and you visualise it. You visualise getting off that plane. The heat when you step off that plane, I kid you not, it's the best feeling in the world. When you come from the UK, anyway, it's the best feeling in the world, isn't it? When you get heat on your skin and you're like, oh my God, I'm on holiday. Let's go to the all-inclusive. I can't wait for all-inclusives again. I cannot wait. We're going to be wrecked after 3 because I'm going to carry on this no drinking. I want to get into a tankini this year. So visualising where you want to be, seriously, this is what manifested all this. And I'm talking about my vision board. I visualised it, I felt it, this was my world last year. This year, I'm breathing diamond. Do you know, little things have been coming, or I'm going to go a bit izzy-wizzy, but, you know, just little things. There was something like, what did I buy me eyeliner? Did you see my YouTube I done yesterday? What did I get? Diamond eye pencil. And it's like, oh my God, I didn't even know it was called that. But it's little things like that. It's diamonds. And so you've got to visualize it, because that new front door, that is amazing. So if you need a new front door, go and look at it, price it up. How much money do you need to get? And then you go to them levels. You work hard to those levels. So I've got some little examples wrote down for you, because I'll go for the challenge. I need another drink. And I haven't got vodka in this. I wish to God I had this week though. Visualization, Kerry. Oh, I lie in bed and do it, because I really struggle to get to sleep anyway. But I lie in bed and I feel what it's going to be like getting off that plane, putting my feet in that sand, going to the all-inclusive bar, and, you know, just like, oh my God, this is amazing. One day I'm going to visualise getting a flash bag. I did get myself a Michael Kors. Clint was like, how much was that? I says, you don't need to know. It's like, bloody hell, for a bloody bag. It wasn't even huge. But I thought, you know what? I'm sick of getting new look bags. Who else would like to go on that Michael Kors website and buy a flash new bag? You know, it's a dream, isn't it, girls? It is a dream. I'm getting a sweaty lip now. It's not finished when you're 46. Anyway, you've got to visualise it. So visualise, not getting the sweaty lip, because it will come, believe me. But visualise, you know, getting those levels, being able to afford to go. Do you know what? There's a sale on. It was a sale. Michael Kors. I'm going to have myself that bag. And I tell you what, when I'm prancing about Sainsbury's, my bag is prancing around with me. My little Michael Kors bag. And I'm bloody well proud of the hard work that I put in, and my team, to get that bag. So anyway, right. Let's get back. So make sure you've got your small goals and your big goals. But you've got to work towards them. So 3%. I always do a little status about how you can get 300 points, or you go for your 400 points for your Points Mania. And it's not huge. It's what, about £1.80 if you get 3% level, but you're off the mark. You are starting your journey to climbing levels. So if you've not even done 3% yet, you need to do 3% this month. You need to do 400 points this month to get that Points Mania. So you've got liquid hand soap, 24 points, shower gel, 38 points, phenomenal mascara, 34 points, pure fragrance, 50, hair, skin and nails, 56. That's 202 points. Your own personal orders this month. Then you only need 98 points to find. So what do? You do some offers. You do, you know, I've just started FM. I'm going to do 2 bottles for 25 quid. I'm going to do, you know, whatever, your first order. And you've got another 100 points. So you've smashed your 300 points, and that's it. Doing 3% is not hard. And, you know, if you think it is hard, you're not seriously using the products yourself, or you're not pushing the business hard enough. 3% is not hard. 400 points is not hard. It gets harder when you get to 6, 9 and start climbing. But that's when you should be starting to team build, and you all work together and you help people do their goals and things like that. Right, so if you want £100, so everybody who's just joined FM this month, you've got 2 more days. No, you haven't. You've got 30 days, haven't you? But anyway, right, let's just say you've started FM this month. You've not used any of your offers. You can make £100 by the end of the weekend. You can make £100. What would £100 get you? You know, this is when you start to think, what do I need 100 quid for? It could be the online gym memberships now. It could be mobile phones, because they haven't half gone up. They're just criminal now. 3-year contracts. Don't even get me started on those. I had to go and buy my phone because I thought, I'm not doing that. But anyway. It could be a mobile phone contract. It could be a shop. It could be a weekly shop. All you have to do is sell 5 Pures and 5 Pure Royals. That's all you have to do. Sell 10 perfumes and you've got 100 quid. Then by that you've already got the points and you're already climbing the ladder. And that's just on the 2 of the 30-day incentives that you've got. That's just on fragrances. So you've got the other products. You guys have got the Nutri-Code. You've got all sorts of amazing things in those 30-day discounts. You can make money if you want to make money. And this is something else I always say as well. I can't even show you this room. It's an absolute pit, because I've still got my son here and his girlfriend from Colombia. Their flights have been totally cancelled. They've been here since the 10th of December. I've got suitcases in here. I've got coats in my cupboard. But all that aside, if you need 50 quid, 60 quid, 70 quid, whatever you need to get a kit, you'll sell that crap out that cupboard. I've got so much stuff I could sell. What? Who would give us a tenner for my ring light? Who would give us a tenner? You know, who'd actually give me a £5 for Groot? Who'd give me a £5 for my pen pot? That's what you do. You put all your stuff on eBay, don't you? You get rid of all the crap you don't use. You make money. You'll get money. If you want money, you'll work hard for that money and you'll get it. And what? You've got a kit. You've got a kit to start your business. So that's me old bingo board. There's no excuses for setting your business off. Right, let me go on. Nearly done. Right, so if you want £50 a month, I've already done 100. That's straight off. That's amazing. 50 quid. Let's go. Right, you've already done your 30 days, but you're quite happy with just making, 50 quid. Get yourselves to 6% level. That's without doing any sales. This is if you can't be asked doing any sales, you start to build a team. And you get to 6%, 9%, and then you're doing your personal points, and you are helping others make money. If you just want to help others, then you can do 6-9% quite easily. And that's just 3,600 points. What you need is 10. Honestly, £1,000 a month. Now I think now we're talking, aren't we? Quit your job, £1,000 a month. That would be amazing. I only wanted 450 to quit my job. That's all I needed. And I just didn't expect, it to go anywhere near what's happened with my journey. I really don't. So anyway, you need to be getting 6 people, including yourself. You want 5 people and you need 6 legs doing 5,000 points. And then you are at 21%. You've also got the welcome home bonus. 6 legs you need who are only doing 5,000 points. And I'm saying and only doing because 5,000 points is what, 12%. Not even that. It's between 9 and 12. It's not hard. It's not hard to do that. But you have to work consistently. You've got to be promoting yourself. You've got to be branding yourself. There's so much that goes into recruiting and building a business. And I get asked all the time in my own little groups, and it's like, what question, what burning question have you got? What do you need help with most? Recruiting. Everybody else says it's recruiting. But your personal profile needs to look good. Your Instagram needs to look good. You need to stop chatting rubbish. You need to stop posting rubbish. It's all comes round to the same thing. Personal branding. And you have to I always say, I don't know how to say this, but right, I've got me diamond eye pencil. I've chucked it somewhere. Well, I've got my lippy. I've got my favourite lippy on anyway. I am not going to promote this lipstick and I've just come out of bed with, my hair all out. Come and buy my amazing lipstick. Doesn't it look good? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to brush my hair. I'm going to brush my hair. But I think you get my point that it goes a lot more in depth than just putting a recruiting post out there and expecting to get sign-ups. It's not going to work. People come and want to know who you are. So make sure you look attractive. It's like attracts like, isn't it? You attract what you put out. And if I want a team full of negative people, I've had them, don't want them again. I would be like, come and join my team. Do you want to make a fiver? Come join my team. It's amazing, this business. I'm not going to get anyone. I'm going to get a load of people with the same outlook on life, like shit, blah, blah. You put out what you want to get. If you want a team of positive people, you post inspiration, you post motivation, you do your lives, you get out there, you share your story, you share how crap it was, you share, this, that and the other. And people will come to you because they relate to you. If you can't, I can't recruit a load of 16-year-olds. Sophie was mortified. I've been giggling my head off on TikToks because, did you see, if you've not seen my TikTok, go and see my last TikTok. I was actually quite impressed with my last TikTok. She was mortified. She's like, oh my God, it's come up on my feed. And but that's just who I am. My ideal customer are people like me. My ideal team member are people aged 35 to 50 odd who thinks life's over. The kids have grown up. Oh my God, what am I going to do now? I've got nothing to do. You've got an amazing thing to do. You can be who you want to be now. Your kids have grown off. They flew the nest. Life is not over. Life has just begun. And that's what I'm about, is showing people that life begins and it can start from working from home. It opens up so many doors, travelling, cars, even though, again, I don't recruit that. Come and join my team, you get the cars, you get the holidays. I don't do that because people don't think I'm going to get them, do they? But, I can share that. I've walked it. I can be relatable, and especially with kids and teenage girls. I'm never going to get shot of her. She's 23 next month. I'm still not going to get shot of her. I keep telling her, go on Tinder, find a nice guy. You should know there's none. And they're all pigs, but anyway, just have one. I don't care. But anyway, I can relate to people who with that as well. And when you start to relate and show up, and you know, that's when your goals start to come as well, and you start rising levels. And don't, you know, don't just, you know, right, I've just started, I'm going to be 12% next month, but I don't want to recruit and I can't really do parties. So how are you going to get 12% next month? How are you going to get 12% next month? You have to be realistic. You have to write down how you are going to do that. And are you really going to be able to do that? Amazing if you can. But come on, you know, let's be a bit realistic. If you've got no friends, you're not even on Facebook, and you don't like speaking to people, I don't think you're going to get 12% next month. But you can still do it, but it's just going to take a bit longer. So that's the way it is. That's how I do things. I keep things real. Anyway, I hope you have all enjoyed my little Friday entertainment for you. Do you know something? I'm trying. She really wants somebody with a goat. She wants a goat. Honest, I'll tell you, I don't know where I got her. I really don't know where I got her. She has a goat tattoo. She got that when she was at Liverpool Uni. And she's talking to this prison officer. I said, that's got a good job. She said, but he's bald. I said, Clint's bald. It doesn't matter. He's got money. It doesn't matter. He'll get you a goat. He'll get you a farm. Get on with him. But what can I do? It's not for the one to try in. Right. Tinder is a creeper. It's awful. She was showing us some of them, but there was some alright ones. But then you get them with the flex and the muscles, and you're like, oh, nah, no way. Yeah, she wants a goat. Seriously, it's going to be called Quincy. Honestly, I bought her even a goat for Christmas. She's goat obsessed. Right. See if I can quickly tell you anything else about setting your goals. If you want to get to 15%. You need, let's do it a nice, simple way. You need 12 frontline legs doing 1,000 points each. And you putting in some effort too. Then you're at 15%. Or get 4 legs who do 3,000 points each. You're 15%. If you want 18%, you want to get 4 legs who do 5,100 points each. Or 12 legs, which is easier, doing 1,700 points, but finding 12 legs is hard. 21% is the biggie, and you need 30,000 points, which means you find 4 legs. You really need to do the 6 for your welcome home bonus, but that's 4 legs doing 7,500 points each. That's not much, is it? 4 teams at 7,500 points each, you're 21%. So go out there, go and build 4 legs. Ideally you want 6 doing 5,000, but hey, let's just do 4, 7,500, and you're at 21%. And then you show others how to do that. And then go for pearl, go for golden, go for diamond. And, you know, it's the world's your oyster. Seriously, with this business, there's no reason you can't do what we do. We've all done it. We've done it, you know, in the hard times. And if we can do it now as well. And if us oldies can rock it, come on. You young'uns, you know, you've got so much going for yous out there now. It's life-changing. Right. Have a brilliant Friday, guys. And I'll see yous all again soon. Bye.